Hello everybody, Happy New Year, Happy 2020. It's a brand new decade. Let's do something a little bit differently. I'm gonna actually start off with a 2020 bullet journal setup. That's right guys, I am terrified at the moment because I know that I'm not like the most amazing artist, but bullet journaling is something is really important to me because I'm such a scattered brain. It's one of the only methods of journaling that really seem to work for me and keep my life together, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. I like to kick things off with a nice motivational quote because I feel like it sets the tone for the year and for my brand new journal. Last year's was, every day is a fresh start, and that was a reminder to myself to not just like dwell and overthink about things that has already happened in the past, things that I can't change anymore. I can only change myself today and moving forward. This year's quote is, be afraid and do it anyways. And that's a reminder to myself to not dwell. Again, do not dwell. Just don't think too much and try something new. Maybe I'll surprise myself, like this video. Who knows? Next, I'm working on my grid guide, and basically I just got some inspo from Pinterest and Google. And a grid guide is used as a little count of how many dots you have vertically and horizontally, and you can kind of split it out depending on how you want, and it will help you when you're creating different spreads for the month and for the week. Just doing a little bit of math beforehand and helping your future self out a little bit, you know? For the title, I'm keeping it pretty simple. I'm doing some janky hand lettering that I taught myself like a year and a half ago when I decided that I wanted to hand letter all of my 250 wedding invitations. I know, kind of crazy. I'm just throwing a very simple border around that, just like a very simple box, and then adding a drop shadow. Ooh, sorry, my voice is cracking. I'm using different colors for the 1/3 and 1/4 measurements for my journal, just so I can kind of see it easier, and I'm definitely gonna thank myself later because your girl can't do math. I'm adding the 1/3 and 1/4 measurements for both horizontal and vertical measurements. Alright, so I didn't really know what to do on this page, so I decided to write Hello 2020. And fun fact about this black marker that I'm using right now, I've had that since I believe senior year in high school, and just to age myself real quick, that was in 2008 guys. Yes, I know, me and my marker are old. It was looking a little plain, so I'm adding these little accent marks to make it look a little cuter. Alright guys, we've made it to the yearly log, and a yearly log is just you writing out all of the months of the entire year and kind of using it as a placeholder for things that you know will happen or things that you're not really sure when will happen but maybe have an idea of. But obviously you don't have like a monthly spread yet, and so you can throw it in here so you can keep track of it, so when you're doing your weekly spreads or your monthly spreads you can refer back to it. Also, look at that cute Shiva calendar my cousin got me. It can seem a little tedious, but I actually find it handy, and I'm also throwing in these dividers just to split it out. I'm going to do the same thing for the next 6 months because I only fit 6 months on the last page, and keep on going. And I won't bore you with this, I promise, so we'll skip ahead.
1 hour later.
So I am moving on to one of my favorite spreads of last year, and I did this travel spread, and I call it Places I Went. I know, wow, fascinating. I traveled a lot for work last year, and I've been traveling a lot in my personal life as well, and so I thought it'd be fun to kind of keep track of everywhere I went, the dates that I went, and then also just like a highlight of my favorite memory or just something that I really liked from that location. You're probably noticing a theme here where I'm just coloring things in black and then using my white gel pen to write over it. The 3 columns that I'm writing right now are destination, dates, and highlight. After I color in all the boxes in black, I'm just using a white gel pen to write in the titles. Guys, we are on the last spread. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. If you're still here and dealing with my voice cracks, I'm trying to fight a cold at the moment. So right now I'm working on a spread that just kind of goes over my books, podcasts, shows, things that I want to watch or things that I'm currently watching or listening to. And this is just a great way for me to kind of keep track of what exactly I'm doing because I always forget. And again, I'm going with those black boxes and a white gel pen to go over the titles. Nope, just kidding, we're not done yet. I'm now doing an aspirations and goals page and doing a very similar theme with the monochromatic colors. And now, I promise you, now is the last thing that I will do before I do my January spread, and that's another quote. This one I like because it kind of ties back to like the overall arching theme that I'm going for 2020. And this one says, what we think we become. And I think this is really important to keep in mind for myself because I put myself in this little box and say that I can't do things or it's not natural to me, but I don't find ways to do it. But this year, we're gonna do it, guys. We're gonna do it. Thank you guys so much for dealing with my voice cracks again. This is my 2020 setup. Hope you guys like it. If you want to see more, definitely let me know. And don't forget to creep on me so I can creep on you. See you guys next time. Bye.